Let's just start in an easy seat. So come on down, cross your legs at your shins, flex your feet, take a second to settle in here. You can just rest your hands on your thighs, take a couple shoulder rolls back, let them eventually drop away from your ears, create a little more space in your neck. Good, root down through your pelvis, add a little lift through the top of your head, and then close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath and just begin to gently lengthen and expand your inhales and exhales. Very softly, without too much effort. As you breathe in, find a light expansion throughout your body, your belly, your ribs, your chest. As you exhale, let that soften and release. Slowing down, lengthening, expanding your inhales. And softening as you exhale. Continue with this breath. Gently bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Taking a moment to honor your heart center, bow your forehead to your hands. Release your hands to your thighs, open your eyes, lift your chin. And bring your fingertips alongside your hips. Good, press down into your fingers, sort of wiggle your spine here. See if you can find more length through your spine, nice. And on an inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, crawl your right fingers out to the side, take a side bend up and over to the right. Stay anchored through your left sit bone as you reach that left arm long. Soften your shoulders away from your ears, and then turn your gaze into your upper left arm. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale, more space into your left side body. Can you exhale more weight into your left sit bone? Take another big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale back through center. Exhale, release your left fingers down. Other side, inhale, reach that right arm up. Exhale, crawl your left fingertips out to the side. Stay anchored through that right sit bone as you reach that right arm up and over. Nice, soften your shoulders away from your ears. Spin your gaze into your upper right arm. 2 breaths. Inhale, fill your right side body up. Exhale, more weight into that right sit bone. Take another big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release. Now we're gonna add on this time. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, side bend right. Stretch up and over. Good, take another breath in from here. Exhale, spin your torso to face your right thigh. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee and gently draw yourself into a forward fold over that leg and a twist. You might even turn your gaze to the right over that right shoulder. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Crawl your fingertips out in front of you. Take a little sway side to side in your sit bones as you walk your fingers more forward. And then just relax your head, relax your shoulders. 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Try and release, let go, and soften on those exhales. Take another inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands back in. Bring your fingers alongside your hips. Other side, inhale, reach that right arm up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Stay here, take a big breath in. As you exhale, spin your torso to face your left thigh. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Draw yourself into a forward fold over that leg and twist and look over your left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more breath in. And out. crawl your fingers out in front of you. Find that little sway side to side in your sit bones. Walk your fingers more forward and then relax over your legs. 2 breaths. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, soften. Big breath in. Big breath out. Walk your hands back in. Bring those fingers alongside your hips. We're gonna add on one more time through. Inhale, reach that left arm up. Exhale, side bend right. Take a big inhale. Exhale, spin your torso to your right leg. Fold and twist. Stay for a breath in. Stay for a breath out. Crawl your fingers out in front of you. 1 breath, inhale, fill up. Exhale, soften. And then from here, walk your hands back in, but then keep your hands moving behind you, fingers pointing towards your seat. Roll your shoulders back, spread wide through your collarbones. Start to puff your chest towards the ceiling. Take your gaze towards the ceiling or even let your head drop to the wall behind you. 2 breaths. Press down into your hands. Inhale all the way up into your upper chest. Exhale. Take 1 more breath in. And exhale. Come back up to center. Fingers alongside your hips last time. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, side bend left. Take a big breath in. Exhale, spin your torso to your left thigh. Inhale here. Stay for that exhale. Crawl your fingers out in front of you. Big breath in. Soften as you exhale. Walk your hands back in and then keep moving them all the way back behind you. Fingers stay pointing forward towards your seat. Roll your shoulders back. As you press down into your hands, lift your heart to the ceiling. Good. Take your gaze to the ceiling or maybe even to the wall behind you. Keep wide across your chest and collarbones. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Keep lifting your heart. Take 1 more breath in. And exhale. Slowly walk your hands back up. And then roll over your shins or swing your legs around. Make your way onto all 4s. Bring your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Tuck and spread your toes and spread your fingers wide. Moving through cow and cat pose. Inhale, cow, flip your sit bones to the sky, pull your heart forward. Imagine you could drag your hands towards your knees. Exhale, cat. Tuck your tailbone, lift your belly, press the floor away with your hands. Spread between your shoulder blades. Again, inhale, cow, sit bones lift, hands pull back, heart pulls forward. Exhale, cat, bring the top of your head and tailbone closer together as you round your spine. Twice more, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, let your breath move your body. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale, flat back, neutral spine. With those toes tucked under, exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And just move around a little bit here. Pedal out your legs. Shake out your head. You might rise high in your toes, open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Just find a little release here. And on an inhale, shift forward to plank. Make sure your shoulders are right over your wrists. If you need to scoot those toes back a little bit, go for it. Take a big breath in. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Let's take that 2 more times, warming up our shoulders, our hips, our core. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more, inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Excellent. This time, inhale, shift forward to plank. Stay there, gaze forward. Bend your elbows straight back. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Good. Untuck your toes. We're going to move into a scorpion pose here, so keep those ears open. A little awkward to set up. Extend your left arm straight out from your left shoulder to the left. And then bend your right elbow and tent your right fingers on the floor. From here, bend your right heel to your right butt. So bend that right knee and bring your right heel to your right butt. And then start to reach your right toes towards your left fingertips. Crawl your left fingertips out more as your right toes reach up towards your left fingers. So that left arm is long on the floor, right leg is bent, and right toes are reaching back behind you towards your left fingers. Good, press into your right hand. Start to pull your heart forward. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. Nice. Slowly return onto your belly. And we'll take the other side. So extend your right arm straight out from your right shoulder, long on the floor. That right arm stays there. Bend your left elbow, tent your left fingers to the floor. On this side, bring your left heel to your left glute. Bend that left knee. And then start to reach your left toes behind you towards the floor and closer to your right fingertips. Crawl those right fingertips a little bit longer out. And as you press into your left fingers, think of pulling your chest towards your left hand. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly rewind. Come back to your belly. And we're going to try that one more time. Stretch your left arm out to the side. Left arm stays long on the floor. Tent your right fingers on the floor. Bend that right elbow. Bend your right knee. Bring your right heel close to your right glutes. And then start to send your right toes behind you, coming into that scorpion. Relax your head on the floor. Crawl those left fingers out a little bit more to find that stretch through your left shoulder and chest. Think of pulling your heart towards your right hand. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. Slowly come back onto your belly. And we'll switch side. Extend your right arm out from your right shoulder. Tent your left fingers to the floor. Bend your left heel to your left glute. And then start to reach your left toes behind you towards the floor. Continue to crawl those right fingers out a little bit. Find more stretch across your chest. Then as you press your left fingers into the floor, think of pulling your chest to your left hand. Take 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath in. And out. Slowly rewind. Come back to your belly. Bring both hands underneath your shoulders and just press back into a child's pose. Take a few breaths here. You can let your torso sway side to side. Let that trickle into your neck and your head. Then we'll work our way into Ustrasana. Walk your hands towards your knees. Come to stand on your knees. Knees are hip-width apart. Bring your hands to the top of your buttocks flesh for support. Roll your shoulders back, draw your elbows in towards each other. Use your hands to guide your hips forward. Lift your heart and gaze to the ceiling. And then maybe start to trace your gaze along the ceiling towards the wall behind you. Continue to press your hips forward. Lift your heart up and roll your shoulders back. 2 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more breath in. As you exhale, slowly lift your head. Send your hips back towards your heels. Rest your hands on your thighs. And then make your way back into child's pose. Releasing your spine. Soften your shoulders. Soften your face. We'll take that one more time. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Come to stand on your knees. Bring your hands to your upper buttocks flesh. Roll your shoulders back, draw your elbows in. Press your hips forward. Lift your heart to the sky. Take your gaze maybe to the wall behind you. Keep pressing your hips forward. Roll your shoulders back. Open your heart. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly lift your head. Sit on your heels. Rest your hands on your thighs. And then one more time, child's pose. Slide those hands out in front of you. Release your spine. On an inhale, make your way to all fours, pulling forward. We're just gonna move into a lunge here. Step your right foot between your hands. Let your pelvis move forward towards your right heel, so bend your right knee deeply. And then hook your thumbs out in front of you. As you inhale, reach your fingers forward and up. Think of squeezing your ears with your biceps. You might even move those shoulders around a little bit. See if you can work those biceps back a little further so they really hug your ears. Stretch your arms long, reach through your fingers, and then rebend your front knee so your pelvis moves forward again. Lift your heart and your gaze to the ceiling. Just like Ustrasana, start to trace your gaze along the ceiling towards the wall behind you. Add an easy back bend. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Nice. Exhale your hands to the floor. Taking an arm circle with your right arm, keep your left hand where it is. Inhale, reach your right arm back behind you, up towards the ceiling, and then exhale your right arm forward and down. We'll take that 2 more times. Inhale your right arm back behind you and up. Exhale, forward and down. Nice. 1 more time. Inhale, right arm back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Beautiful. Keep your hands on the floor. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Try and keep your feet where they are and slowly stretch your right leg straight just as much as you can. Press down into your right foot to help pull your outer right hip back. And then soften over your right leg. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more breath in. Full breath out. Keep your legs long. Crawl your hands to the left and just pivot into a wide-legged forward fold. So legs are in a straddle. Turn your toes in slightly, heels out, and fold over your legs. You can grab for your outer heels, your outer ankles, or your outer calves, and just gently pull yourself into a deeper forward fold with every breath. Inhale, fill up. Use that exhale to deepen. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Good. Release your hands to the floor. Crawl your hands to the left and find a lunge facing the back of your mat. So your left knee is bent deeply. Lower your right knee to the floor. Hook your thumbs out in front of you. Inhale, reach your arms up. Pause here. Rebend your left knee. Move your pelvis forward. Squeeze your ears with your biceps. Again, you might move those shoulders around a little bit. See if you can really work your biceps in line with your ears. Stretch your arms long. Pull your belly in. Lift your heart and gaze to the ceiling. Trace your gaze and fingers towards the wall behind you. Add that back bend. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale your hands to the floor. Making that arm circle with our left arm. Keep your right hand where it is. Inhale, reach your left arm back behind you and up to the ceiling. Good. Exhale that arm forward, around, and down. Twice more. Inhale, big reach back and up. Exhale, forward, around, and down. Inhale, reach back and up. Exhale, forward, around, and down. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Keep your feet where they are. Start to stretch your left leg just as straight as you can. Press your left foot down and forward to pull your outer left hip back and fold a little more over that leg. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your legs long. Crawl your hands to the right, coming back into a wide-legged forward fold. Toes are turned in a little, heels are turned out. Grabbing for your outer heels, ankles, or calves. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Press down and out through those heels to flip those sit bones high. Take one more breath in. And exhale. Good. Release your hands. Crawl your hands all the way to the right and then step your left foot forward to match your right foot. Open your feet about hip-width apart. You can measure 2 fists distance. So we're in a forward fold at the top of our mat. Soften your knees. Drape your torso over your thighs. Then reach behind you and release your fingers, adding a chest expansion. Try and squeeze your palms. If you need to keep a soft bend in your elbows to do that, go for it. If your elbows are bent, think of lifting your elbows to the ceiling. If you can stretch your arms straight, reach your knuckles towards the ceiling. Wherever you are, draw your shoulder blades together, widen across your chest. 2 breaths. Inhale up through the backs of your legs. Exhale, reach your head closer to the floor. Inhale up through the backs of your legs. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Gently release your hands. Keep your chin tucked. Bend your knees deeply and just curl into a tiny ball. Think of bringing your hairline closer to your knees. You can press the floor away with your hands and spread across your upper back. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands behind you and just have a seat. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees open wide. Sit up tall, take a breath in. And as you exhale, fold forward. Relax your shoulders down your back. Maybe sway your head side to side. Find a little freedom in your neck. Make your way up to sit. Open your legs out wide into a straddle. Point your knees and toes straight up to the ceiling and start to walk your fingers forward. Lengthen through the inseams of your legs, out your inner heels. And try and soften your chest, soften your shoulders, soften your face. Walk your hands back in. Make your way back up to sit. And then bring your hands to the backs of your knees and just help to bend your knees. I want you to keep your feet wide, knees bent, hands behind you, and then knock your knees over to the right. So, as we move into deer pose, we want to make sure our legs are set up correctly. Make sure your left knee is directly out of your left hip, so you might need to adjust that left knee. Make a 90-degree angle at your left knee and then flex that left foot. Right knee should extend straight out from that right hip. 90-degree angle at your right knee and flex your right foot. Now from here, we're gonna crawl our hands to the right, twisting to the right. This is a big twist, big stretch. Try and square your chest off to the wall behind you. Option to stay on your hands. If you feel comfortable dropping to your forearms, you might lower to your forearms. Try and pull your heart towards the wall behind you to add length to your spine while you twist. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come back up onto your hands if you're on your forearms. Just rewind, come back through center, knees face up, and we'll switch sides, drop those knees over to the left. Take a second, adjust as needed. Make sure that right knee is directly out of that right hip. 90-degree angle at that right knee, flex your right foot. Left knee directly out of your left hip. 90-degree angle at that left knee, flex your left foot. And then start to crawl your fingers to the left, twist left. Work to square your torso off with the wall behind you. Maybe you stay on your hands. Maybe you walk to your forearms. 2 breaths. Inhale, pull your heart forward, lengthen. Exhale, deepen that twist. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. If you're on your forearms, come back up onto your hands. And then everyone slowly rewind, coming back to center. And then just stretch your legs out long. Flex your feet. Sit up tall, take a breath in. Exhale and fold. Relax your head, relax your shoulders. If it feels good to close your eyes, close your eyes. Find those deep breaths you did at the beginning. Expanding your inhale. Expanding your exhale. And then from here, slowly unroll all the way onto your back. Once you make it onto your back, hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a good little squeeze. Take some easy rocks side to side. We'll come into happy baby. Flex your feet. Send the soles of your feet towards the ceiling as you bend your knees towards your armpits. Grab for the outer edges of your feet and then reach your lower back towards the floor. Press your feet into your hands as you pull your hands into your feet, working those knees closer to the floor. Option to stay here, or maybe stretch one leg straight, maybe stretch the other leg straight, maybe extend through both legs. All the while, keep reaching your low back to the floor. And release and hug your knees back in towards your chest. Bring both hands to your right knee. Hug your right knee in, stretch your left leg out long. Take a breath in. Exhale, easy twist. Guide your knee over to the left. Stretch your right arm out from your right shoulder. Turn your gaze all the way to your right thumb. You slide your breath along the length of your spine, creating more space. And slowly come back to center. Switch it up, hug your left knee in, stretch your right leg long. Inhale, squeeze that left knee in tightly. Exhale, twist, take that knee right. Stretch your left arm out from your left shoulder, look all the way to your left thumb. Send your breath along your spine. And come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give them a good squeeze. Wrap your arms around your legs. Bring your forehead to your knees. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, set up for a short rest. Stretch your legs out long. Turn your palms to the ceiling. Settle into stillness here. Complete release. Let go of all effort. Let go of your breath. Just let your breath be natural. Close your eyes and just be. Deepen your breath. Add some wiggles to your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, draw your knees towards your chest, roll to your right side. Make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart, close your eyes, and just take a moment to observe how your body feels, any shifts, any new sensations. The Divine Light in me bows to the Divine Light in you. Namaste.